Hello everyone, happy Chanukah. I wanted to share with you just a simple message of Chanukah. There's so many ideas, but one simple thing to continue grow and understand better what's happening. Basically, every time of the year, we have a unique opportunity to connect to certain powers, to certain energies, to certain concepts. And if we connect to that energy and that happened originally on certain time in history, we're able to infuse ourselves with that knowledge, with that light, with that understanding, and we become stronger and stronger in this domain. So Hanukkah is all about understanding that as human being, we have a mission. As human being, we have a soul, and that soul is spiritual. That soul is put into the body, and it's here to guide the body and harmonize with the body in order to bring something new, to bring a world that is better. Hanukkah is a celebration of the Jews going into the physical world, being involved into the physical world, and trying to not get lost in it, not get trapped by the physical, but not get trapped by the beauty represented by Greece. Yafet means beautiful. The Greece was all about the body, the beauty of the physical world. Yes, it's all beautiful. The danger is you might get lost in it and get distracted, and your head, your desire, your spiritual self might get lost and completely lose itself in the body. By the desires of the body and the beauty of this physical world. But this whole beauty of this physical world, represented by the 6 candles of the menorah, needs to be guided by that one, right? Because the menorah and the Bet HaMikdash had 7 branches, so the 6 represents the physical world, the body, and the 1 represents like the 6 days of the week, and the 1 represents the shamash, the spiritual force being in the spiritual world. It represents the tzaddik. It represents the Shabbat of the 6 days of the week. It represents our soul in the body, and that's our challenge. Our challenge is to be able to harmonize the soul and the body. When we are able to harmonize the soul and body, the 6 days of the week with Shabbat, everything gets elevated, and we're ready for the next day, the 8th day, Melave Malka, the coming of Moshiach. We're ready for the next stage. And we haven't finished our job. We're here, there's 6,000 years of history, and representing by the body, and we came in this world, we're sent in this world, and we are trying to bring the energy of the 7, which will be represented by Moshiach ben David, the last stage, where we will have been able to use all the physical, all the 6 days of the week, all the material world, all the mundane, for the service of God, use that beauty to bring more beauty to the spiritual, and to elevate the spiritual with the physical. So when we do that, we have the 6 and the 1, it becomes 7, and we are ready to experience something new. So when we live a life like that, where we fight the Greeks, which means we fight the physical emptiness, because the physical is neutral, but it can make it lose. Right, we can lose it and get distracted. I wake up in the morning and have a lot of plans, and we had Rosh Hashanah, and we had a lot of plans, the New Year with plans. And what happened? We go then in the world, and we end up being distracted, and we don't end up building anything, creating anything. We're still the same people. We have wasted energy, and therefore we come Chanukah and we say, no, I'm going to take back that energy. I'm going to reconnect. I'm going to refocus. I'm going to be doing something in this world. I'm going to be doing something with my life. I'm going to use all my limbs, all my desires for a higher purpose, for a higher goal. And then when we do that, when we control and unite our body with our soul, then something miraculous happens. We see doors opening. We see the hand of God in our life. working against nature, meaning having our soul being in the body and the not letting the soul being trapped in the body desires, it helps us transcend our nature. When we transcend our nature, we reach the number 8, because 7 is nature, 8 is beyond nature, lemala min hateva, and we're able to bypass certain the natural phenomenon of the world, and we see miracles happen in our life. What people call coincidence, but a lot of coincidence. And but with Chanukah especially, it's when it becomes visible. We see a small army defeating a huge army. We see a bit of oil being able to last much longer. We see the potential of the soul being in harmony with the physical, that transcending any limitation. So that's I think the key essence of Chanukah, and it's all about learning to redirect our energy and desire and be productive with it, reconnecting to the New Year's commitment that we had in Rosh Hashanah, and making sure we don't get lost and distracted, and we keep being productive, and keep getting close to God. Our body, which means the 7, is here to be connected to God and to work on getting closer to God. So we have to make sure that the body follows the soul's direction, right? Which represents Yosef and the brothers. In this week's parasha, Yosef is supposed to be the light for his brothers, to show the way, to lead the path, and to prepare the world, the physical world, to get closer to God, and finally get harmonized, be in harmony and unity, all for one purpose. And I'll teach you also a little secret. When we say Shema Yisrael, at least for them, not every Ashkenaz do it, but we cover our eyes, right? We go into the darkness of the physical world, and we say Shema Yisrael, Hashem Elokeinu, Hashem Echad. God, listen, Israel, your God is one. Your God, our God is one. So we put our hand like that, and we have put the name Shaddai. It's the Shin, the Yud, and the Dalet. So if you take Shaddai, represent God who created the world, if you take the letters, it's 3, 1, and 4, which is total is 8, which means that when we say Shema Yisrael, we are saying that God, I know I can see you. I see the physical only, and therefore there's a darkness. But I know that behind the darkness, there's an energy, there's a unity. God is one, and therefore I'm focusing on my light, my inner light in the darkness. We are the candle, and our soul is the candle that shines in the body. So we become a menorah, so to speak, and we have to remind us that all the lights of the menorah have to focus on the middle light. All the 6 lights towards the middle represents the light of the soul. God willing, if we do that, then we'll live a life full of life, and we achieve true life. Interestingly, from the day after Sukkot, meaning the day after Simchat Torah, the last day of the 3 weeks that we have when we have the high holidays in September. So the day after Simchat Torah until the last day of Chanukah is exactly 68 days. 68 days is Gematria Chaim, life. You want to know what life is? Life is coming into this world as a soul, uniting with the physical, elevating the physical, using the physical to become more light. And even if you waste some time, some bitul Torah, some energy, you get distracted, you take those moments and say, no, I'm refocusing, I'm doing teshuvah, I'm gathering all the wasted potential, and I'm elevating it, reconnecting to God, and that's living all 68 days. That's what the 68 days represents. And we're able to be ready for the next stage, which can start right after Chanukah. We give birth to a new world, to a new self, to new potential, to a new us. So wish you all happy Chanukah, Chanukah Sameach, and may we all be able to keep the light burning, keep being a Jew in the exile, keep being focused on our holy goals, keep not being distracted by the body, keep using the physical for the sake of the spiritual, and God willing, we can activate the redemption faster and faster and live a wonderful life, because this meaning in life is greater than happiness. Meaning will bring you to happiness. So when you live a life of meaning, with a target, with a purpose, with a goal, with a spiritual, especially if it's a spiritual goal, then you will be, you'll save yourself basically, and you'll be truly happy. So may we all have that one goal, that one God, that one purpose, which is unity and love and elevation, and God willing, we will experience Moshiach ben David and the new world coming very soon. Stay tuned.